Lovely, yeah, lovely new caravan. I'm here to do the handover with you, so I'll talk about all the features externally on your van, and then I'll talk about everything internally on it. If you have got any questions at any time, please feel free just to stop and ask away. As I say, the main aim of today is to give you the basic knowledge so you can go out and start enjoying yourselves in it. But, excuse me, the more time you spend in it, your confidence will grow and the more you'll use the features that are available. The first thing I'll talk about, I don't know if you're aware of this, do you know that you've got the new Swift command inside your van?
Yes.
So have you registered an account with Swift yet?
Not yet. I have downloaded the app on both my phone and my iPad.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, what that does, I can show you the app working today on there. But what it is, a lot of the other features that are available on it, you need to have your account registered with Swift, so you're actually registered as using this caravan, if you get what I mean. So what it is at the minute, we can do the basics. I'll just pause while the tractor comes past. No, it's all right. No, don't worry about that. There's quite often delays for loud noises. Wait for it to go past.
Okay.
Yeah, so all it is on the app, there's like you can do the lights. You can set your heating timers, all the rest of that, but then the other features like the tracker, which is £95 a year for the registration, but what that is a monitored tracker. So as soon as your alarm's set on the van and it moves, you will be notified immediately by tracker to say your van is moving, is this correct, is this you moving it, and then as soon as you say no, that's it, immediately they're in contact with the police there. Where the older ones were just retrieval trackers that once you noticed it was stolen, you then done something about it, where now for £95 a year you've got a 24-hour cover.
We are going to take that on.
So,
it's part of insurance anyway, so
Yeah.
you get a discount on that, so it's worth it.
Yeah, they are good. And then the other features, which I can't show you today because you need to be registered, is you can locate your van. So this is additional to the tracker. You can locate your van. You can see where you've been, see how many miles you've done. You name it. You can literally follow all the information. You can even have the ATC system on your phone for when you're driving down the road, and your phone will light up to let you know when the ATC system's kicking in. And look, there's so many additional features, but I'll breeze through some of them today with you. But there's a lot that I can't show you because you need to be registered and stuff, and it's not even. If I register under your van, it's not under your name then, so it's a feature that you'll have to do yourself.
We'll do it.
Other than that, I'll start talking on the features now itself. I'll talk more about the Swift command when I get inside. So, on the very front, we've got your lovely stabiliser hitch. So, obviously, it's a grease-free, paint-free tow ball. So, have you got a new tow ball on the car by any chance?
It came with the car, but we'll have to check to see if it's
I'll have a look after. All it is I may just have to get some sandpaper and take the paint off. Because obviously the pads inside here, once they get the paint on them, it'll drive you berserk because it's like you've got a mouse attached to your car, because every time you hit a bump and it will drive you demented. So I will take the paint off for you. You've obviously got the main hitch underneath, breakaway cable. Handbrake on this one is just as easy as it says handbrake off, handbrake on. Simple as that. Obviously your jockey wheel, wind up and down, and then raise and lower it off the handle on the end. And then, as we've already said, so you've got your 13 pin for your lights and your electrics. And then ATC. Have you come across the ATC before?
I heard of it. I've been looking up on, again, YouTube about it.
Yeah. So what it is, in a simple form, all it is a computerised stability control for the van. So what it is, it senses that if you're getting a snake on the road, and what it does is automatically apply the brakes for you. So it's a lovely feature. So as well as your stabiliser, you've obviously got the electronic stability aid as well. So all it is when we initially plug it into the car, it always goes through a sequence of lights. It always starts off at red light first, and then it'll either go to green flashing or green solid light. Now green flashing means the system's still setting itself, so what you can do is just drive down the road a few metres, stop, get out and have a look, and you'll see it's gone to solid green. Solid green just means the system's set and you're good to go. I'll tell you about red lights, just because I like to give everyone the information, but I haven't come across anyone that's had any problems with it yet. But if you are plugging it in, and you're just getting a constant red light that's not going, the first thing to try is just unplug it from the car, leave it 10-20 seconds and plug it back in again. If you've tried that a few times and it's not clearing, the next thing to try is uncoupling it from the car, but leave it plugged in, and just see if the brakes are engaged. If the brakes aren't engaged, you are safe to tow. It just means your ATC system isn't working. But then on the other hand, if you uncouple it from the car and the brakes are locked on, it's a definite no tow. But as I say, don't want to scare you with that. I haven't come across anyone that's had any problems with it, but I'd rather give you the information now. So if you keep your van 10 years from now, you've got a red light. I'd like to think in 10 years, if you remember this conversation, I probably wouldn't remember it in 10 years, but just so you've got that knowledge for you. Okay. So into your gas cupboard on the front. So with the Celeste, you've got the changeover on your gas here. So all it is you can have your 2 pigtails. I've only attached to one for now, but as you say, you've got your secondary bottle. So you can have your 2 gas bottles on at once. When your gas is gone, you will get a lovely little indicator at the top here. Goes red, so you know it's gone. And all you simply need to do to change it over is just turn your bottle over.
Ah, right.
So it's
easier.
as simple as that. As you see, it goes red at the top, and then it's just gone back green now. We've got gas there. The other one, as I already says, is the safety features for your gas now. So on both your pigtails, you've got a gas button here which activates the pipe. So what it is, you need to turn your bottle on, and then all you simply need to do is just hold that down a couple of seconds, and then that lets the gas through. So it's like a safety valve that's on your gas pipe. The other one is your crash sensor button here on the back. So this is where I said you can run down the road with your gas on for your fridge inside. All it is when you get to a site, it's just an idea just to hold that down for a few seconds. All it is because obviously when you're towing down the road, they can be quite sensitive. If you get a good pothole or anything like that, it can trigger that as a safety feature. So if you're ever trying to switch your gas on and nothing's happening, it's the first thing to try is just, but as I say, it's a good thing when you get on site and you're setting up, is just to hold that down for a few seconds, just to clear it out, just so you know everything's gone on and dust. And then we've got your toilet chemicals in the front, so these are bits of your starter pack. So you've got your blue for the cassette and your pink for your flush tank.
Yeah.
And then we've also in the front here got your waste connections for your waste master as well. Okay, and that's about it for the front end. Any questions on the front end?
No, that's clear enough, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So as I say, so then obviously we've got your mirrors, your Akerol and your waste master as well. I have got some equipment out, but it's obviously my equipment just for demonstration purposes. So your front legs are both on the side of the van. Just above it here, we've got your lovely Aldi heating vent. Now, have you had an Aldi system before?
No.
Right, what the Aldi system is, it's your hot water and your central heating. It's all integrated in the one unit. So inside that unit, that controls your central heating as well as your hot water boiler. Now, the system will run on gas, electric, or gas and electric at the same time. No covers or anything to remove. That vent just literally sits there and does its job. The only thing to watch is not to lean anything up against this bit of the van.
Block it.
Yeah, because obviously once you've got your heating and your hot water pumping, especially if you've got it on the gas, a lot of heat does come out of it. So you don't want to melt your windbreak or anything that you're leaning up against the van there. So next one down, got your water inlet. Just as easy as squeeze the trigger on the bottom and just gently wiggle it out. So then we've got your water filter just on the end. So all you do is water filter in your Akerol and then just simply clip her off.
Oh, that's nice, nice set of system.
Yeah, a lot easier. Moving on down then, got your brand new leisure battery all fitted in, ready to go for you. Then next to it here we've got
it's the old Challenger Sport.
nothing on this one.
No, well, we've always been looking at the Challenger Sport, of course, but of course when we come and then they brought this model out, it's just kind of
beautiful special edition, isn't it? Beautiful. Right, so sorry, then we've got your 240, so your mains hookup, and then just below it here, you'll see it's got an external satellite feed.
Ah, right, yes.
So what this is if on your post, on the site, some of the sites now have got their own satellite feed, you can literally just run a cable from here to the post, and that sends it directly into the van. So rather than running a cable up through the window or anything, you can simply just plug into here. Now as you see at the minute, it is set up for satellite feed at the minute. There is attachments inside your kit in there where you can screw in an adapter so it will take an aerial lead. So if on the site they've got a Freeview aerial on the post, you can literally run a TV aerial from there into your van, and again that will send a TV feed inside your van. So you know what it's like, we're a TV nation now, we're all addicted, aren't we? You can't go away and not have TV, it's not the same, is it? Are you happy with the function of your 12 volt system and your 240 mains? Yeah, fantastic. So next one down, fridge vents, nothing too exciting really. Heat does come out the back of them. No different than our fridges at home. All it is we don't walk around the back of your fridges at home, so you don't notice quite how much heat your fridge does actually churn out. And if you've got it on gas, as I've got it at the minute, all the gas fumes and the heat does come out the one end of the panel on the side. So, moving on down, obviously my waste outlets is where your bucket is, so that's where your 2 waste pipes go, and then obviously your waste master underneath the van. The main thing with your Akerol and your waste master, your Akerol's 40 litres, your waste master's 50. So what you normally find is, if you run out of water, you needed to go and fill that up, but also at the same time, you're emptying your waste master at the same time. So, next one down, your toilet. Now, have you had a flush tank before?
No, first time.
Just hang on here, let me just grab the key, so that's what I'm looking at for you.
Lovely, yeah.
Oh, I know one thing, the heating's nice and warm in there. Make sure I turn the heating up for us. While we're here, I'll just show you your keys quickly. You've got 2 sets of keys, so you've got an alarm fob and a key. All it is you've got a his or hers key, as I say. Hers are obviously the posher one that pops out, and then his is obviously just the standard plain one. But your keys, the one key does everything, so it does all your cupboards, all your doors and everything. So, in the top here, what it is we've got your own separate flush tank here. So rather than every time you flush your toilet it's using your water out your Akerol, it's got its own 4 to 5 litre tank here at the top. And all it is the pink liquid and then topped up with water.
Yeah.
So the dilutions for the pink liquid, they're all slightly different, so the easiest thing is just to have a read on it. It's not an exact science. All the pink liquid is a nice smelling solution for when you're flushing your toilet. Main advice for this, especially at this time of the year, is just put in what you think you're going to need.
Don't fill it in case it freezes.
Yeah, don't fill it up as such. So if you're only going away for the weekend, I'd probably only stick about 1 litre or something of water in it. Or as daft as it is, if you think you're just going to use the toilets on site, I probably wouldn't bother sticking anything in it.
Yeah.
Where obviously if you're going away, say you're somewhere for 2 weeks, then yeah, I would definitely fill it up to the top then.
Nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy with that?
Oh, much easier.
So
Other
what's
advice.
that for then? Why are you shouting? Sorry, that sounds awful, doesn't it? Why is it open?
What's to fill it all?
It's to fill it up from here.
Oh, you fill it from there?
Yeah, so you fill it from the outside. So
right,
you
fill it
will
from the
need
outside.
a watering can, or I tend to use, one of them big squash bottles.
Yeah.
I tend to use one of them because I can tip it back in. Main reason I use a bottle is
So you
because
just put your pink and then you put your water in? From the outside?
Yeah, or you can, well as I do, I literally fill mine up, and then when I drain it back out into my bottle, I just chuck the bottle back in the gas locker. Okay. So when I next go away, I can literally just tip it straight back in. It saves waste.
All right, thank you.
But as I say, you will need something to tip it in. It is quite hard to lift an Akerol up and tip it in there.
Okay,
you'll give this bit of the van a good wash anyway. So then below, we've got a good old toilet cassette. As I say, you should be used to one of these. It may be slightly different. It's not that bad.
I've not used a cassette. I've had the old toilet.
Where you pull it out the...
where you pull it out of the bottom.
You have to pull it out,
Well, this one's so nice and easy. Look, all it is to remove it, it's lift it up, slide straight out. And then it is trolley dolly.
Wow.
So you can mince your way on to go and empty it.
much easier.
I wouldn't recommend taking it through an airport though, you'll probably get some quite funny looks. But when you...
Brilliant.
So for the cassette, all it is obviously your blue liquid inside. There is a slight measuring guide on there. But again, the liquids are all slightly different, but it's normally about a capful in and then just a spot of water. And then obviously all that does is neutralises all the odour in here and just starts to break down all the goodies and things.
Yeah.
When it comes to emptying it, it's just as easy as take the cap off, hold down the button at the back, which is just an air release, and just simply tip it up. As easy as that. Main advice with this is don't put it on the wall where you're leaning in, because if you knock it in with your arm, I wouldn't want to go and tell the campsite I've just blocked up his waste system, and then I certainly wouldn't want to be the one to climb down there and get it back out. So, little advice.
I've heard of them going, don't we?
Yeah, just pop it down by your feet as a safety. Now, as I've said already about draining it off, so simple. Just a black rubber hose sits in the top there.
Ah, lovely.
So all you literally need to do is just pull this bung out and that will drain all the contents of this flush.
Oh, right, back into the bottle.
Yeah, so that's when I drain it back off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All you need to do then is just go inside and just hold your finger down on the flush just until it gets the last of the solution.
Yeah.
And that's it. Obviously, once it's done in there, that's it. You're set for winter as such.
Okay, thank you.
And then obviously, it just very nicely, easily slides back in. And then it's the actual handle that just locks it into place. Okay. And that's it. As easy as that.
Lovely. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice and clear. Yeah.
So, round the back. So, obviously your 2 rear legs are on the back end. You have got the lovely guides on your back legs.
Oh, that's handy.
So it makes it a lot easier when you're using your leg winder, because you don't have to get on your hands and knees, because all you need to do is push it up the pipe and you're straight onto it then. The other good thing with this feature is you can put a padlock through the end of it.
Ah, right.
So if you keep it on your drive or even in storage or anything, once you wind your legs down, if you put a padlock through that, it's an extra safety device then, because obviously no one can wind your legs up, so they can't take it anywhere as such, because your legs are wound down on the back. Yeah, I've got the LED lights on here. Fingers crossed it'll work perfectly with the car. We have just had a few issues. It started last year with the LED lights. All it is there's a slight issue between the car and the caravan communicating, because they're LED lights and they're a low voltage light. There is just a problem with the 2 communicating. What it will probably be is the lights will work, but it won't buzz in the car to let you know that you've got a caravan on, or it won't indicate a light in there. But we will have a look at that today. If it is a problem, all we need to do is fit a VLM, which is just a little circuit board which they fit inside the caravan, and all it does, it allows the car and the caravan to communicate.
Yeah, right.
We'll look at that afterwards for you. All comes standard now with the bike rack template.
Yeah.
All it is a damn sight cheaper if you want to add a bike rack to it than it is to get the templates put on. So all the brand new vans come with the template there as a standard. So the option's there if you did want to add a bike rack on. So we'll keep coming down this side. So, got your first side locker. So this is obviously under your bed. So it's dual access. You can obviously access it internally as well as externally. There is some bits and bobs in here, but I'll show you that when we're inside and it's a bit warmer. Main thing is with this is just watch what weight you put in it when you're travelling.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're on site, you can shove whatever you want in there, but when you're travelling, just keep the weight down. Anything heavy you want in between your axles. But as I say, on site, you can literally fill this up with whatever you want. So keep coming down. Wheels and tyres. Well, we're here. Swift have made it lovely and easy and put all the details on the door here. So it's 65 psi per tyre, and it's also 130 newton metres for your wheel nuts.
Right.
Now, for your wheel nuts, they've been checked in the PDI. I'll do them again for you today, but from today onwards, it's down to yourself. The main thing is caravans are left unattended for long periods of time. You don't know if anyone's been fooling around with it. And believe me, for something that takes 30 seconds to check, gives you a lot of peace of mind when you're towing down the road. So if you've got a torque wrench, fantastic. If not, there is a tyre iron in there. All it is really is just making sure that your wheel nuts are tight. Because believe me, if you lose a single wheel, you're not far off a write-off by the time you've dragged it down the road. So for something that takes 30 seconds, gives you a lot of peace of mind when you're travelling. So we'll keep coming down. We're getting to the exciting bits now. So we've got your external 240, so external electrics. Then we've got your entertainment pod. So inside your entertainment pod,
oh wow,
you've got TV aerial, 12 volt supply, as well as a 240 supply.
Yeah.
And then obviously your lovely TV bracket as well inside there.
Lovely.
The attachment for the bracket is inside the van. They just don't put it in the cupboard here.
Yeah.
So what it is, I don't know, say the football's on and you're not allowed to watch it, at least you can sit outside in your awning and you can watch telly in the awning while the wife's sat inside watching Coronation Street or Emmerdale. So it is, I think it's a lovely little feature. Lovely little feature.
Yeah, really. No, we'll have to get an awning.
Yeah, so I can watch me standards.
Watching him.
Oh no, I'm the one that goes out when that's on.
And me.
It says this telly's got an intelligence chip, it switches itself off.
I just divorced my wife, that was easier. So, inside your front cupboard, the main thing I want to show you in here is your alarm box.
Oh right.
So you've got your own alarm on it, so it's got a tilt sensor as well as a motion sensor, obviously, as well as your tracker as well. All it is with the alarm system, it's got its own battery supply in there. With it fully charged, it'll run 3 months standalone. So even after your leisure battery's gone flat, you know that this system's still got 3 months worth of a life.
Right.
So you know if you're leaving it for any period of time, you know that your alarm's set, you know that your caravan's safe.
That's just one thing I wanted to ask, because these have a solar power.
Yeah.
And they've actually got the 100 watts on and not the 80, so it's even more better.
Yeah.
These will keep that battery trickle charged though, even over the winter.
Yeah.
So there's no need to really.
As long as it's in the light, yeah.
Yes.
Like, as daft as it is, even inside here, it does struggle in here because it is a lack of light.
Yes,
so
yeah.
the more outside it is, the more power it does to it.
Yeah.
And with the solar panels, it's not going to fully charge your battery up, but what it does, it always keeps life in your battery.
Yeah.
So your battery will never go flat. So all it is next time you take your van out, all you need to do is plug that mains power in and whoop, your battery will be fully back charged again. So all it does is sort of extends the life of leisure batteries. Rather than you leaving it for winter, you come back in springtime, you plug it in and the battery's flat as a fart and that's it, then you can't get anything out of it. So yeah, that's all it does is just keep your leisure batteries alive. Yeah. So last but not least, yeah, external, your gas barbecue point. Ooh. Okay, there is the attachment inside there. All you need to do is obviously attach it to your pipe and then plug it straight in, switch that on, and then obviously that just runs off your gas bottles out your thing. So you can run an external barbecue or a gas burner or anything along that line.
Yeah.
Now that's about it for the outside. If
Right.
we're happy.
Yeah.
Lovely. Go on, I'll let you jump in then. Go on after you, it's your van.
Go on, Jen, you go
Is it
first.
unlocked, is it?
It is.
Oh, wow.
I feel like we need a fanfare now.
Yeah.
And it should be
I
nice and
named
warm.
this van Celeste.
Smash a bottle of champagne over it.
Oh, no. Down my throat. Oh, it's gorgeous and warm in here.
So it should
Lovely.
be. I'll make a point of switching the heating on and closing the...
wow, thank you.
No worries.
Hey.
I'll just put my slippers on. So I'm in and out of workshops all day. I never know what I've got on me.
Yeah.
Now, the only bench seat I need to go under is that one.
Oh, right,
So if you want to
okay.
sit on
Can
this
we have-
side...
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Right, let me close the door. Let's keep the warmth.
It's that the thing you put on it, hasn't it? The cup,
Yeah, it's had the paint seal and everything. So yeah, they come in here last night and sprayed it all. So all your interior has been Scotch guarded and everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's stain resistant.
Brilliant.
Well, child resistant, as I'd the little
Wine
swine.
resistant.
Well, I wouldn't want to test it, but
No,
they are. The main
I'll try
thing.
not to test it, yeah.
The main thing of it, well, all it'll do, it'll drop it on the surface of
Yeah.
it. So all you need to
Wipe
do
it
is,
straight
yeah,
away.
if you wipe it straight off, then it's not that good that you could spill a bottle of wine off
No.
it and think, well, I'll deal with that later.
No,
But as long as you attack it straight away,
Yeah.
it is
All
very,
right, thank
very
you.
stain resistant. So, Aldi's system is right in the very top corner up here. So as I say, this is your central heating and your hot water boiler and
Yeah.
everything all in the one unit. There's no switches or anything to switch on. That unit just sits there and does its job. A bit further down, we've got your water pump, water suppression unit, and then we've got your lovely yellow drain-off valve. So once I've finished the demonstration today, you're staying up on site tonight, aren't
Yes,
you?
we are, yeah.
I won't drain this off for tonight. We'll leave it in operation for you. But obviously, once you finish tomorrow, you will just need to just lift that yellow tap up, and all that will do, that will drain all the contents of your water boiler and virtually all the water out your pipework.
In the can. In the van.
Yeah, all you need to do then is just go round and open your taps in your shower just to get that last of the residual water out your system.
yeah.
And then
Okay,
you know
thank you.
you're set for winter
Yeah, yeah.
time and such then.
What about the hot water tank? That does that as well, does it?
Yeah, because your 10 litre hot water tank's integrated into the unit
Yes,
here.
yeah,
So
yeah.
lifting that drains your contents of your water tank in here,
Yeah.
and then virtually all your pipe work for you.
And then the case of when you are setting off again, when you went for the,
Just let the residue out.
season,
Yeah.
you just it just automatically put where you pump it back.
Yeah,
up
all you
get the
need to do
water.
is just
Yeah.
simply, so this is obviously it closed, so when it's
Yeah.
flat down closed, that's it in operation. To drain it, just lift it up.
Yeah.
When you want to come and use it again, all you simply do is close it back down, attach your water,
Yes.
and then come to your tap. Oh, well, obviously
it
switch your water pump on, come to your tap, run your cold tap first till you've got constant running water.
Yes.
Simply then turn your tap over to the hot side, run that until you've got constant water, and that process will fill up your water boiler and take all the air out your pipework as
Yeah,
well.
Great.
right.
So when you've got hot and cold, as in hot and cold side of the tap, it won't be hot and cold water, but hot and cold side of your tap.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you've got constant flowing water, you know your water system's primed up and ready
Right,
to go.
thank you.
Okay. So next one, your lovely consumer unit here. On the very end, we've got your system shutdown button. So what that does is isolate all your 12-volt system. So if you're leaving it for any period of time, you literally hit your system shutdown,
Yeah.
and that minimises the drain off your leisure battery.
Now, will that still charge the battery if
The solar panel
yeah,
still works even
yeah,
with that
yeah.
switched off.
Yeah.
So all it literally does, it just switches off anything, like lights and little silly things like that. So
Yeah,
if you've
yeah.
accidentally left something on,
Yeah.
it neutralises all that. And,
Yeah.
and as you say, that solar panel is still
Still
topping
keeping
it up.
yeah.
Topping it up.
I know it's not much in the winter time and everything, but it's a little bit, and that's all
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah,
Just to keep it going.
As I say, it just stops leisure batteries from going flat, because once you
Yes.
flatten one,
Oh, the knackered.
yeah, you can't recharge it. Moving along the top, so we've got your system shutdown here, got your reverse polarity. It's not a button, it's just a light there. Now, you ever planning on taking your van abroad?
Well, we were thinking of it later on, yeah.
Yeah.
We might, yes.
All it is if you do, obviously the French and the Germans do
Yeah,
things
France,
slightly
yeah.
backwards.
We know the French ones, I do, anyway.
All it is, this will light up to let you know that the power is reversed externally.
Yeah.
It won't power anything up in the van, it will simply light up to let you know there's a problem. It's then
yeah.
you need to speak to the campsite owners, and it's an adapter really for your leads outside, and all it does is reverse their power back to our...
We've done that before, yeah.
Next one down, got your battery charger. I would just leave that one on constantly, because then you know as soon as you're plugged into your mains that your 12 volt
got it,
system's being
yeah,
recharged back
yeah.
up. Again, the next one down is your heating and hot water. This is the power for your Aldi system, but all it simply does is send the power to the unit. It doesn't switch it on and off, because you're in control of your Aldi system on your panel
Yeah.
up there. So again, I would just leave that one on constantly, because you know then, as soon as you're plugged into the mains, that your Aldi system's running off the mains. And whereas in the older systems, if you had your hot water switched on without having any water present, it would burn the element out. In these new modern ones now, it's got a sensor in there, so that element will only heat up when there's water present.
Lovely.
So you can't burn the
Brilliant.
you can't burn the element out on anything. Last few things is your 12 volt fuses, your 240 breakers.
Yeah.
But on the inside of the door here is a lovely diagram. It tells you your 12 volt fuses and also tells you your 240 breakers as well.
Yeah.
So if you've got any electrical problems, this is your first portal call.
Yeah.
Check which fuse as well and have a look.
Yeah.
Or have a look on here to see where your problem is and then locate your fuse.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Happy with
That's the
that?
link, yeah.
Perfect. So we'll start to get a little bit more
Technical.
technical is one word for it. Do you know, I'm even going to take my coat off. Is that
Actually,
all right?
I'm the
Yeah,
same, yeah.
I'm all right, aren't I? 'Cause I was cold outside.
All right.
Nice and warm in here.
I'm just right. Nice and toasty.
Right,
Yeah.
so above the door here, do you know, I'm even going to take my sunglasses off. I don't think I need them on. So this is your main sort of power for the van. I'll start with this one. It's as easy as power off.
Yeah.
So it's obviously everything switched off. So if you're going out at night, you can just knock that off. When you come back in, when you want to switch everything back on, all you simply need to do is power on. So all that initially does is just switch your panel on. So the panel up here, the little L, lets us know we're running on the leisure battery, and then the lightning strike lets us know that we're running on the 240. And then obviously we've just got the time. This is the power of your leisure battery here, and then below is dimmer level, and this is for your lighting system.
Right.
So we'll start on this side. Your very top one is your awning light externally.
Right. Okay.
Now, as daft as it is, there is 3 switches for your awning light. There's one on your key fob, which I'll show you afterwards. There's one just on the inside of the door here, and then the third one up on the top here. You can use any one of them to switch them on and off. So there's 3 switches for your awning light outside. Don't ask me why, I don't know, but you got the 3. Next one down is your dimmable lights. So you see the lights that have come on above the top of your cupboard here, also in your bedroom as well. So all this is now, you look at your 2 arrows here, 3 arrows, you got your up and down arrows and your in arrow. Up and down scrolls you through the menus, the in arrow changes what you're on the screen. So I'm on dimmer level now. If I push the in arrow, it turns the brightness up.
Right.
So if I turn it up to 100, that's obviously your lights on 100, but then if I turn it all the way down to 5, you'll see the dim down. So you've got dimmable lights inside. But as you see, it's just the ones above your cupboard and the ones above your bed as well. I'll just turn them back up so you can see it. So next one down is the rest of your lights.
Wow, that's better.
Yeah. What it is with the rest of your lights is I've gone round and switched them all on individually. So you've got
Brilliant.
individual switches
You can switch them
here,
off
there and
both
everywhere.
or bottom.
Obviously for the demonstration purposes we have it lit up like a Christmas tree,
yeah,
but obviously you can have whatever lights on and off that
Whichever
you
ones
want.
you want,
The
yeah.
other dimmable lights you've got inside here are your spotlights here,
Yeah.
which are all dimmable off the turning dial on the back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So, last one down on this side is your water pump. And it's just as easy as, you know your water pump's on because the little LED light will come on.
Yeah.
And as you hear now, your water pump's not running. The water pump will only run now when A, you're either asking for water, or B, if you run out of water externally, the pump will run constantly while it's looking for water to repressurise. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it, yeah.
Right. Go for the rest of it now. So now I'm going to use the up and down arrows to scroll through the menus.
Right.
And as I say, it's the in arrow which changes what's on the screen. So I'm on dimmer level now. If I push down, first one's heating setting. So push the in arrow. This is where we can change from manual, so this means we're using the controls here. You can change it to timer, where you can set a timer up on here to override the timing system on here, or, as you know for your phone, is your app.
Right.
So this is